Hello noble ones, welcome back to my channel. This is the Metatron speaking. And after speaking a lot about the gladiators in my last videos, I was just browsing through the internet having a look at how gladiators are portrayed in films and TV series. And obviously I started watching a little bit of Spartacus, which is not really a TV series I particularly like, but I was looking for the gladiator fights, and I found this clip here, this footage about this film scene that is about Spartacus fighting against 4 gladiators, and I was talking about it with my uncle, and we were discussing how impossible it was and how wrong some of the things were. And then I thought, I'll just make a video and do the exact same thing. I'll talk about these, I'll comment on this video scene, and I'll share it with my community and see what they think. Now, I have to say that one positive thing I have to say is that the gladiators look fantastic. I mean, they look amazing. They really have done some research on the equipment and what they were wearing, and the looks is really good, and also the image quality. But I don't like the fighting. I don't like how they did this, and I think it wouldn't really make sense. In a real situation like this, Spartacus would have been completely destroyed by these 4 professional gladiators. One last thing I'd like to say, that I have chosen a version which is censored, meaning there isn't as much blood and gore in this version as in the original one. The reason why I've chosen this one is because with all considering it's a TV series that has incredible amounts of blood, it would be actually difficult to see things and talk about it properly. And also I know that some people don't like that, but still like history. So I have decided to do this, but if you want to see the full version, you can still find it on YouTube, and you will see that there is a lot more blood, actual rivers of blood. But let's get started. Okay, so let's start recognizing the classes. From this image we see that the one on the left is a Retiarius, the one in front of the image is a Murmillo, the one on the right is a Oplomachus, and the one behind, I think it's Spartacus now in the middle, the one behind we can't really see. I think it's a Secutor from the helmet he has. The only problem is that he's using an axe, and no gladiator classes were using axe as far as I know, and definitely not Secutors. So the other 3 look quite realistic from the way they are equipped. The Retiarius on the left has got the trident and the net, which is correct, and no armor except for the actual pauldron. The one in the middle, the Murmillo, heavily armored, big helmet, shield, and gladius, and with the manica on the right arm, and that is correct. The only thing is that I would have protected only one of the 2 legs, not both. The one on the right, the Oplomachus, has got shield and lance, or spear, sorry, and that is correct. So the only problem is with the Secutor, because the helmet is that of a Secutor. It's a bit strange the weapon he's using. He should have used just like the same weapons as the Murmillo. So a shield with with rounded sides, because normally it would fight against Retiarius to prevent the net from catching it, and a normal gladius. But let's continue. Alright, so the beginning of the fight is not too bad. The Retiarius is trying to use the net, which makes sense, although he's... Okay, what I'm trying to understand from this is that probably they're just playing with him. Okay, if they wanted to, they could have killed him already, but they just want to entertain people. So the fact that, for example, the Retiarius is not trying to completely catch him, but he's just trying to make him lose his balance with a net, makes sense, just for fun, for entertainment reasons. And some of the attacks there, apart from the one with the lance, was a bit strange, but apart from that, because he's not trying to actually pierce, but still, at this point is okay. There is 4 of them, they don't want to kill him too fast, so it makes sense. And he eventually manages to make him fall and lose balance. People screaming. Okay, now the Murmillo manages to place a nice cut, and the pseudo Secutor kicks him in the belly, which must have hurt. Up to now, I've got nothing to say. This must have hurt a lot, like being hit in the face with a shield. Look at the Secutor looks quite nice. Again, here it's a choice. He didn't want to kill him, so I'm not complaining, because they're just entertaining people. And I have to say, they look really fantastic. Like the looks, the armor, the helmets, and everything. Okay, so now it's when things start stopping makes sense. But look at the Murmillo, he looks really good. Now, they have been ordered to kill him, to finish him off. 4 against 1. And here is the overswing. I mean, stop, stop, stop. Now, isn't Hollywood sick of this? I mean, we have seen this over and over and over again. And it's not like, you know, a long time ago that people maybe weren't really used to, there wasn't the internet, there wasn't much information, so maybe films like this could have got away with it. But now people know what, you know, a lot of people know how real fights should work. A lot of people are into HEMA, a lot of people are into real fighting. And seeing someone overswing like that, so just in the very last final strike, and then being cut at the, you know, at the belly, at the stomach, from the protagonist. I mean, no one is going to, I mean, look at the face of this Roman here, this noble patrician. He looks surprised, you know, he wasn't expecting that. But why weren't you expecting that? I mean, we've seen that all the time. If we had to believe Hollywood interpretation of swinging for the final attack, people should be like, okay, oh fine, yeah, just another one of those, just another one of those. I mean, I'm really sick of this. I can't stand it anymore. Why the heck did De Murmillo do that? Why that overswing? He did not need to. He just needed to, you know, stab him in the face. And they are professional fighters. Gladiators are professionals. So people who know how to fight perfectly. And of course he was down on his knees, but still, well, okay then, let's say that De Murmillo was for some reasons I don't know, he just made this mistake. I don't accept it, I still don't like it, but let's continue with the video for now. Okay, De Murmillo's dead. So what do the other 3 do? Okay, stop again. Why the heck is the Reziarius doing this? I mean, someone is creating these choreographies and they have a lot of money, and honestly I think that I and most of the people in my community could create better choreographies, fighting battle choreographies than this. I know quite a few people who could. This makes no sense. I mean, he's got a trident, he's got a reach advantage, and he's not utilizing it, because if you see, he grips the trident from the middle. I would have gripped it from a little bit further away to gain the advantage. He's stepping in, so again he's losing completely his reach advantage. In fact, now he can be cut. Look at that, he's at the distance of a gladius. Also, he's holding the net with the left hand and not using it at all. I mean, when they were just playing and messing around with him, I can understand, but now one of them has been killed. He is dangerous. The patrician emperor, whoever he is, has issued the command to finish him off. You, as a Reziarius, would use the net first. You throw the net, considering it has weight, it would stop him, and then you finish him off with the trident. This makes no sense. Why is he not using the net? He should have used the net first, and then if he misses, then you can try keeping the distance and range, while the others perhaps are, are getting him busy. You can stab him in the back. Fight is over, no more deaths. Instead, look at what happened. And plus, he's not even trying to stab, he was trying to slash with a trident. Slash with a trident. Goodness gracious. And there he goes. Okay, now Oplomachus, same problem. I mean, you have seen the Reziarius lose his trident because of this mistake. What do? The same mistake. So this Spartacus, whatever, he grabs the lance, and look at how he's holding the shield. He's holding it down. That move could make sense, but not in this situation, because of course you've got a gorget, you've got a helmet, so yes, you would protect that area, but look what happens now. He completely removes the shield from there. I mean, keep it there. He couldn't have cut you. Although I have to say that in this scene, this is the version that we don't without blood and gore. So in this case, he's actually chopping his right arm off completely. But again, that's a problem with range, and the Secutor is simply watching this. He's just having a nice look, not trying to attack. He could have just stabbed him in the shoulder, left shoulder here. Look, he just keeps on looking. People are so surprised. Then this very stupid mistake happens. So again, why is Asakuto using an axe? I don't know. But still, you know, this looked so stupid. This is lame. Just he used the body to protect himself. That bloke there is very stupid, I have to say. But let's continue. And now what? Reziarius, I had completely forgotten about him. What the heck was he doing? Like, he was just having a nice look. Are they playing fair? That makes no sense. Anyway, he's throwing the net. He rolls under it and chops his legs off. This is what happens. I don't know how he manages to cut both bones with a gladius, but whatever. Okay, the patrician doesn't look very happy. And here we are, complete idiot. And this is the most stupid thing in the planet. Helmets with visors had they were there, the visors were there, the masks, the complete helms were protecting the whole face. So, okay, I'll just be nice and say that for some reason, the helmet had a problem and he managed to to actually stab him through a slit like the one that you need to breathe or something like that. But what's really stupid is what you see now. The blade is going all the way through, just stop for a moment. The blade is going all the way through the helmet. Now, we are talking about, I don't know about the strength of this man, but considering we are not talking about Hercules, the blade here is going all the way through the skull, the whole head, all tissues, muscles, the skull, the brain, and going out of a good, 20 centimeters from the bronze helmet. This is utterly ridiculous. It's impossible. Even Hercules couldn't do this. Why? Because probably, even if you had such a strength, which humans don't have, to do that, it would break. The gladius, the blade, would probably break under the pressure, or would just stick inside the head, but not going all the way through. This is just makes no sense. I'm sorry, but it just I don't like it. It makes no sense. And then, of course, we have, the Reziarius is still alive. He has just lost both his legs, because in the real version he actually chops both legs off, and he's trying to go away. And the Romans was always portrayed as bloodthirsty. Plus, wait a second, let's go back for a second and let's have a look at this trident here. It's not a trident. It has got 4 spikes, and plus one of the 4 is actually bent. So first of all, trident, 3 dents, which is like 3 teeth. So why 4? It's not that they used trident, so what's that? Second thing, what's the purpose of having 4 is one of the 4 is actually bent. So yeah, I would like to see more realism in these pseudo-historical representations, because I understand it's still kind of a fantasy considering the amount of blood that you have. It's very splatter, but personally, that's my own opinion. I don't like the way it worked, the way they played out, and I would like to see more historical, a better historical representation. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please thumb up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you for my next video. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, the Metatron has spread his wings. Goodbye.